efficiency when he and LeBron are on the court is first among 72 duos to play 1,200 minutes this year. Over a full season, the Lakers' net rating with their two stars would trail only the Bucks. Meanwhile, here's LeBron on playing with AD.
Jeannie Buss said last night that looking back at the season so far, that Anthony's been even better than she could have imagined. I don't know. How can you assess what it's been like to play 60 games with them so far versus what your expectations were?
It's everything I expected and more. That's why I wanted him here. And when you get a generational talent like that and you have an opportunity to get him, just try to do whatever you can to try to get him. It's no surprise to me. I already knew how incredible the guy is. He had 50 in All-Star game.
That was Dave McMenamin asking the questions. This is Brian Windhorst answering these. And Wendy, you've known LeBron forever, and right now on ESPN.com you have an article about the way that LeBron has approached this season with the Lakers differently. What stands out for you about this version of LeBron?
Just about everything. At age 35, he's completely inverse so many of the things that he didn't like to do in the past. Number one, he's playing full-time point guard. This is something that he was totally against when he came out of Cleveland to come to L.A. He's willing to do that. At times this year, he has been completely supportive of management. This is a guy who at midseason, even when he's on championship teams, has said, we need to get better, and I hope the organization is not settling. This year, he says, we have enough. He has completely supported Frank Vogel in his first year as coach, and he has a long history, Greeny, of not supporting coaches in their first year, whether it was Mike Krzyzewski with Team USA, Eric Spoelstra, certainly Luke Walton, David Blatt. He's always been a rocky start. He's been supportive of Frank Vogel since the start, and it's really led to a very peaceful, very successful regular season for the Lakers.
Yeah, and they're playing great. They have the best record in the West. But looking ahead, we're going to find out a lot about them now. Because while their record is second best overall in the league, over the course of the next 7 games, they've got extremely tough competition. And you see it sitting there. They got the Bucks. They got the Clippers. That's just this week. They got the Rockets, Nuggets. They play the Jazz twice. So what do you believe, Wendy, we will learn about these Lakers during this stretch?
Boy, do I think that game on Sunday against the Clippers is the most important one of those. Because, look, they lost to the Clippers with Kawhi Leonard last summer. They lost on opening night. They lost on Christmas Day. They lost on Marcus Morris. They lost on Reggie Jackson. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that they have to do anything in the regular season, that winning in the playoffs 4 times is all that matters. But boy, would it be nice to put up a W against the Clippers. Also, the Clippers' full squad has yet to lose. And if the Lakers could come in against that full squad and deal them their first loss, that would be potentially valuable from a psychological standpoint. Sunday's game is one of the most exciting games I've been looking forward to all season.
Yeah, it's going to be a big day. No question. Looking forward to it. Wendy, great to see you. Thank you very much for doing that.
And this time because I was instructed to do so by Mr. Brendan Haywood, NBA champion.
Thank you. Thank you. You an NBA champion? Yeah, but you know, she has to do me first and then say your name.
Okay, my bad.
You got so many accolades, man. It don't seem right doing it the other way.
Because we say Hall of Famer Gary Payton, but he's also the only point guard in NBA history to ever be named Defensive Player of the Year, a.k.a. the Glove.
Thank you.
We're in the building tonight, ladies and gentlemen. 8 games in the NBA. Thrilled you're here with us on the warm-up. Let's start talking about Mr. Zion Williamson, the young fella, the rookie. He's been playing extraordinarily.
Yes, he has, Steph, because this is the type of basketball Zion plays.
And another person who's been playing very well this season, who we have not seen lately, is Kemba Walker. As I mentioned earlier, we are expecting his return tonight. We will also be expecting some minute restrictions, and we'll see if his teammates will be in action tonight. More on that. LeBron James, Lakers hosting the Philadelphia 76ers. Sixers have a lot to figure out still. Ben Simmons out, Joel Embiid out. What are they going to do tonight? Josh Richardson out on protocol for concussion. A lot going on, especially in that game. The Lakers, #1 team in the West. They're facing the 76ers, who still have a lot to sort out. But do the Lakers have anything to sort out? Are they who they are? And is that good enough to win it all?
Well, to me, I think they didn't make any changes at the trade deadline. Now they're talking about working out a couple of players and J.R. Smith and Waiters.
Yeah.
I don't know how that would help them. If it was me, I wouldn't take either one. I'll stay with Caldwell Pope. I'll stay with Bradley. I would stay with what's his name?
Rondo?
No, Corzo. What's the guy? The kid? Caruso. I'll stay with them guys and try to basically win a championship that way. I think LeBron and AD, they're going to be good in the playoffs. I only think one team can beat them in the playoffs to me, and I think that's the Clippers. I think they match up with them too really well. Clippers have done a good job of adding players in Jackson and Morris.
Yep.
So I'm just saying, I don't know what it'll do for them, B. But I don't know what it will do for them. I just don't know. I don't get that. I don't even get that. If it's not a great player that's going to come and help you and change a game, I don't know what them two can do for the Lakers.
Well, you asked the question, can they win a championship? Mm-hmm. Yes, the Lakers are good enough to win the championship built the way they're presently constructed. When you talk about LeBron and AD, you have two of the top 5 players in the game today, so the team can win. But would it benefit them to maybe add another ball handler to the team? I do think so, because when you watch this Lakers ball club, when LeBron James has to rest, and GP, we got to sit him down at some point. He's 34 years old. Was he 34, 35? He's
35.
He's 35 years old now. He's in his 17th season. You can't depend on LeBron to do everything. And when you watch the Lakers play, their efficiency goes down from an offensive standpoint as soon as LeBron walks off the court. They need somebody that can make plays with the ball for that second unit. And that's where maybe they want to roll the dice on a guy like Dion Waiters. I know he has a checkered past, maybe some behavioral issues, but for them, I think it might be a win-win type of situation. It does show a little bit of desperation because they know they're competing with the guys across the hall from them with the Clippers. The Clippers have multiple ball handlers. The Lakers do not. And if they get into a playoff series right now against the Clippers, LeBron is going to be forced to do everything.
Right.
So that's where maybe a Dion Waiters, we know he's still good with the ball. He can still make plays. No one has ever questioned this kid's talent. They've questioned what's going on up here at times, and can he be a good locker room guy and a good teammate?
And I still say, B, I wouldn't go with neither one of them. I'll go get Jamal Crawford.
I was going to ask
I would
about
go
that.
straight and go get him. I think he's a ball handler. He's a scorer. Even when LeBron goes out for 3 and 4.
Is he a clutch client? Because them other two guys are clutch clients.
And he is too. Well, come on. He's a clutch client, too.
I didn't know.
Hey, everybody likes to play with Jamal Crawford. I don't know, after a game that you get 50 points, their last game, and nobody want to come and get you. I don't know what it is and what it's about him, but I think if the Lakers go and get him, he can come in for 3 and 4 or 5 minutes and give you points because he can handle the basketball, he can score the basketball, he can do other things. And then you don't need that because AD will be out there with him. All you need to give is LeBron 3 to 4 minutes of rest. Mm-hmm. That's all you need. He only needs 4 or 5 minutes of rest, I think. And then you bring him back on the floor, and then that's it. And in the playoffs, they're trying to win a championship. They're not going to sit him too long. They're going to give him some rest. Then he's going to come back in the game. You just need that player, like you said, to handle that second unit and give them some points. I think Rondo is the kind of guy that you want out there just because he can play defense and he can hold up.
Safe.
And he can be a safe bet.
Right.
But I think Jamal Crawford would be the best bet for the Los Angeles Lakers.
And I think just to clear things up, I think you were asking if he's a clutch client, meaning Clutch, the agency that represents basketball players. And
right.
I think you may, Gary, have been thinking Clutch as in
No, I
performance.
thought he's talking about Aaron Goodwin, who is my agent.
No,
They the same.
No, I'm talking about Rich Paul. See what? Yeah.
Rich Paul, hey, he's got a lot of them clients, but he's going to have to bring somebody else. I'm just saying, this kid right here can score the basketball, and he can score with anybody. He'd have been Sixth Man of the Year about, 3 times now. I think that is the right bet. I'm not talking Rich Paul, cool. If he wants to run everything, but we're talking about a championship. And if LeBron James won a championship, he needs to bring somebody in here who can give him some points while he's resting.
Well, they definitely cleared a roster spot out this week, so they're going to bring in somebody. And listen, I agree with you. I think a guy like Jamal Crawford would help the team as well. And if they're not going to get Jamal, then they might have to roll the dice on Dion Waiters. He might be the best available.
Well, they have someone on their roster now who is kind of up and down in their performance and also all over the place with their hairstyle choices.
Okay. Oh.
Kyle Kuzma has made a change, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
No more blonde for Mr. Kuzma. He is going totally dark.
Wow.
And I generally don't like to comment on people's personal choices.
Well, I will. That's a hot mess. That's a hot mess.
You going with hot mess?
That's a hot mess.
You didn't like it?
That's a hot mess.
You didn't like
That's
it?
That's an ATM. You know what that is, right?
What's an ATM?
A total mess.
A total mess?
Yeah. That's a total mess. You know,
Hey, listen,
I will say this though, I prefer it over the blonde. I'll just say that.
Okay.
I'm gonna let Kuz live, man. Young fella, man, rock out. Do you?
Hey, I mean, I'm with you on that.
He can live, but I'm sure make my comments on that.
Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? It's your chance to make it on the show tonight here on the warm-up. You get to ask the analyst. You had